Hey there, Tianna here. I can't tell y'all all how I done missed y'all all so much. I know it has been a real long time, friends. I'm hoping y'all are enjoying the new content and other playlists. Because it has been so long, we have a real special one for y'all. It's gonna be extra long and extra good, okay? So grab a snack or drink and enjoy Chapter 8. Last I done seen y'all, I had told y'all how I got all mixed up with the Blue Ridge Caravan, remember? Well, I had been making a little side hustle in between helping Maddox, running small supply lines with the settlers up to Foundation. Most of these folks weren't so good like using weapons and such. So I was making a lot of caps helping get through the mire and cranberry bog, running up to them folks in the treetops and back. They were usually good if I done got 'em up to that highway, or what was left of it. It had been a pretty rough trip, so these folks decided on setting up camp for a few days and resting up. They were gonna follow the monorail up and around back to Foundation in a few days. So I done got paid and decided on heading over yonder to Big Bend East to see what they had a going on there for me. I followed the highway past that their mental hospital, the Brotherhood of Shit, all died at. Come to think of it, this was the same highway that weird smiling man led our caravan over heading to Charleston when I was just getting going in life. These folks were always working, I swear. Never seen 'em all take a break. I was excited to see Eugenie and see how things were getting on for her. Hadn't done seen her in quite some time. She done told me that she was trying to get back up to Radiant Hills, but had been busier than a one-legged cat in a sandbox. I knew what she meant, I mean to tell y'all. Apparently Maddox done had something he was gonna need me to check out for Looked like I was gonna have my work done cut out for me again. I wasn't trying to sleep in no tent tonight, so I done headed over to Aries to see if he'd be letting me sleep in one of them there rail cars. For once in his life, this fuckwad was actually helpful. Guessing he felt bad about done paying me for all I did for with a fucking poster. He done told me there was a storage bunker up on the hill yonder that the guards would let me stay. That was real nice like. They had a bit of a view from up there, but sure as a bear shits in the woods. They had a nice little bunker set in the side of the mountain. Now this was much nicer than staying in some tent or sleeping bag, I mean to tell y'all. And the guards were real nice like. Guessing my work I done did on Joanne the bull had done paid off. I was real grateful like to be having a comfy and safe place to crash. They even had a little kitty down there hanging out, so I done got some shut eye, seeing that I was plumb tuckered out and all. The next morning, I done got an early start. I grabbed some supplies and then done synced my Pip-Boy thingy to that their radio console they done had. Seems that Dottie had been sending me a distress signal, calling me back to the ghoulie bunker up in the mire, so I done headed up that away yonder. Guessing it must have been pretty important for Dottie to be calling me up all the way from the cranberry bog on such short notice. I headed in to see what she was needing from me. Rounding the corner coming down the stairs, I done heard her saying something about wavy willards. I don't think I had ever done made it all the way up there yonder, but I was a-needin' to know what she and Maddox had planned. Dottie headed to her files to pull out some information about the assignment. Maddox had done told her he was a-getting a signal from up that way yonder. Apparently a Miss Nanny robot was a-done sending out a distress signal, and he wanted me to go see what it was all about and such. As we were plotting the course to get there, it was a-looking like I'd have to go right by Fort Atlas. Them Brotherhood shitbags wouldn't be taking too kindly to a ghoulie running through their precious little base, so I decided to dress up as one of their dumbass scribes to avoid detection. We had warm water down there in the ghoulie bunker, and I was a-needing me a shower real bad like. Afterwards, I dug through all my outfits and put together a real nice, like Brotherhood of Shit ensemble. Gotta admit their gear was pretty solid for the outdoors in the wasteland. We were just hoping they'd let me pass through with no trouble. As I got up into the mountains there and headed to and then through Fort Atlas, my stomach done started a-churning. I really didn't want to have to fight my way out. Guessing we all have our convictions. But why these fuckheads be hating us ghoulies so much was a mystery to me. The righteously indignant, I suppose. It done looked like they were still rebuilding and fixing shit up around here. So hopefully they were preoccupied. I done spotted some in a sheet who called me over to him. He started asking about my name, rank, and assignment. I then remembered this Pip-Boy thingy done thought I was a general and a knight or something. I done told him Paladin Romani had assigned me to a new checkpoint on the other side of Morgantown, and he seemed pretty settled with that. He told me if I was heading through Monongo, that there was reports of some old miners lurking around there, but just on the other side, hidden in the hills, was a nice little bar resort I could probably stay at. I was real cautious, like moving through that there town of Monongo was pretty quiet as I passed through, which was fine by me. Monongo, West Virginia, is famously known as the site of the deadliest industrial accident in U.S. history, the 1907 mine disaster that claimed hundreds of lives. On December 6, 1907, an explosion tore through the Fairmont Coal Company mines No. 6 and No. 8. The official death toll was 362. The actual casualties were likely much higher because many young boys were unofficially helping their fathers. On the other side of Monongo, I done spotted me a little side road. It done looked like a logging road or something, but there was a big fancy gate with a sign saying there was music up ahead. So this must have been the place Russell was a-talking about. A little further on, I found myself at a casino or bar or something. Looked way out of place up here, but I done took off some of my gear, hoping they would be real kind like to ghoulies. There wasn't any music. In fact, these folks were real weird like. Don't think they cared so much I was a ghoulie, but thinking this Vin feller was a-trying to get it wet or something cause he was real needy like. They were nice enough to let me sleep in a spare bed they were a-having, but I wasn't too comfortable there. I was up real early like, got a message from Kryptos that Maddox had sent through the uplink. He done wanted me to meet up with a ghoulie just outside of Clarksburg. I hoped I could find them 'cause I had no location, name, nothing. I took it real slow like. I found Grafton Steel on the other side of the Savage Divide. It looked like those FEV freaks had taken over the entire facility. Ain't nobody trying to get in a shootout with those things, I mean to tell you. I was real careful like done sneaking around down toward Clarksburg. I gotta say, this toxic valley was feeling pretty nice on my ghoulie skin, but I was trying to be real careful like to avoid critters and whatnot. I found a makeshift tent just outside of Clarksburg. Done looked like some science project or wannabe lab set up. I didn't see no one, so I had a quick peek around. You know what I done saw? Some ghoulie in a lab coat just asleep in the day away. I was a-guessing this must have been the ghoulie Maddox done wanted me to meet up with. I was gonna have to come back. I done saw Wavy Willards off in the distance. There was a big toxic lake leading me up to Wavy Willards. I figured I would sneak in the back not knowing what was awaiting for me there. When I done hopped the fence, I found this place swarming with them, their scorched thingies. I had to take out half a dozen or more before I could tune into this signal I was supposed to be looking for. These fuckers were everywhere, but I got through 'em pretty quick like. Finally, I was able to tune into this signal Maddox wanted me to done check on. Wouldn't y'all know it? It was a Miss Nanny robot.
Excusez-moi, user. You're here to find Freddy?
Who is Freddy?
Freddy is my little lost boy. He has been gone ever so long. His father, he put a tracker on Freddy that the lovely boy could not remove. But on that terrible day, it stopped. The policemen, they tried. It was simple. Clues were found here. Then came all of this. My Freddy, he was not found.
So you want me to pick up where the police left off?
Oh, yes. There are certainly clues inside the security office. But Nanny, she cannot bypass privacy protocol. To enter the security office is unauthorized. Maybe you can enter.
So I came all this way to find some kid. But she said terrible day now, didn't she? I guess I better go find the security office. I had a good look around this dump of a water park. It was real trash. I couldn't believe people actually came here. I found a building with the wall knocked out of it. Figured I would start there. I done found me a terminal, which was still powered up and all. So I checked to see if there was something on it. I went through several entries, seeing if there was something about a little lost kid. There was usual data entry stuff at first. Nothing super interesting. But then I found something. Under the alert section, there were a few possible entries that done caught my eye. Someone done tried breaking into the park one night, but was chased off. Then there was a section called kidnapping. Looks like the police were involved, like the Miss Nanny said. They were saying the Grafton police were thinking it was for some anti-war protest or something. Continuing on, I done found a section called Holotape Reviews. I jumped around a bit, but there were a few interesting things on here. First was entry October 23rd, the day the bombs fell. Some guy acting weird about a package. Dumbass didn't even know he was a dead man walking. The next was October 19th, a few days earlier. Someone done found a holotape they locked up in the security office safe, thinking it was related to the kidnapping. Going through the rest of these entries, it done looked like these folks were a-trying real hard like to find this little guy. None of them had much luck though. Let's have a look in the safe over there yonder and see what we can find. Right away I done found that their holotape I just read about. Let's see what is on it.
Hey there, Freddy. Hey, where's your nanny? You know what? I have a surprise for you. I don't want the other kids to see, though. They might get jealous.
What is it? What's my surprise? I want to see it. Please. Please. Where is it?
I don't think your nanny will like it. Let's take off your ID there so she can't find you. And then I can take you to the surprise. Oh, what's that sound, boys and girls? Slither slide! Swoosh! Splash!
Slither slide! Swoosh! Splash!
What a weird fucking clue. I thought it might be a good idea to done have a look around at this underground employee area I done read about. Wonder why someone would be breaking in down there. I done spotted some mailbox for the kids and shit. Think that's what the one post was a-saying. Better go down under and see what I can find. This place smelled real bad like. I have a pretty strong stomach, I mean to tell y'all, but I almost threw up in my mouth a few times. Wonder if in this kid's dead body was a stinking up the place? I had me a good look around, wondering why anyone would be a-trying to breaking down here. At first, I only saw a bunch of trash and shit. But then I done look in a cabinet that was a-sitting right in plain sight.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Wavy Willard's Water Park. How can I help?
Howdy. Was wondering where that box is for the mail. The one that puts a special stamp on the ladder.
Oh, you can find it over by the Croccolossus Mountain entrance. Right over that way.
Are you fucking kidding me? I was just looking around that there fucking mailbox up top. Well, back up I go. Why the fuck would someone kidnap this little fucker? What is in this mailbox, I done wonder? At least the smell of dead raccoon lips and assholes subsided a little coming back up top here. But inside the mailbox, I done found Clarksburg P.O. Box key number 12 and a letter to the media. The letter done read, mailed to Quinn Carter, Charleston Herald, Miss, this key lets you open my box with all the evidence you need. I sent it to you because the truth has got to come out. You're Appalachia's most trusted news source, and people will listen if you do an investigation. Grafton Steel has been violating safety standards and getting people killed with the toxic sludge they're dumping into the water. They shouldn't get away with this just because they're doing military work for the war. Little kids are dying. I figured I'd done have me a look around for any other clues, but it was a sounding like this Grafton still was on someone's shit list. Doesn't make sense about a kid though. And wasn't Quinn Carter getting heat from all the big mining companies for supporting their senator, Sam Blackwell? Why would she care about a kid missing from a water park, I wonder? Guessing I better go have me a look around their slither slide and see if I can find some more clues. This dumb fucking slide looked more like a death tube processor for children, like something from Sweeney Todd or some shit. Can't imagine even trying to ride this thing. I headed up to the top to have a look around. As I got up near the top, I noticed an eerie beauty about the Toxic Valley. Looked real nice like, in a ghouly sort of way. The air was a little nicer up there, away from all the death and rot below. So I took in the view. You could see a real long ways, and the Valley of Death had in resonance about it. Off to my left, I done noticed a crate all the way up there. Didn't make no mind of it, but when I looked inside, I found their kid's ID bracelet everyone was a-looking for. And wouldn't y'all know it, it was registered to a Freddywood. It was giving me an error message, but it still had a little life in it. I figured I would try to fix it up new somewhere and see if I could get some more information out of it. I done spotted me a trailer park nearby from up on their slither slide, so I went on over to have me a look around. I saw me a bunch of dead floaters all around, which was fine by me. I hate them there thingies, I mean to tell y'all. But just off to my left in one of them, their buckled out trailers, I done spotted me a workbench. So real careful like not to get all cut up, I headed inside and did the best I could of fixing their kid's secure ID back like new. Once it was fixed, the encryption on it read, "My name is Freddywood. In the event I am misbehaving, injured, or lost, please contact Miss Annie." Then the status showed it done had been removed by an authorized adult. Seeing that the sun was back out, and I done had to go to the post office in Clarksburg to check on their P.O. box, I thought I would stop and meet Maddox's operative. Her name was Dr. Bethy Mangano. You see, she was helping Maddox and all the ghouls by studying the soils and whatnot around the Toxic Valley, seeing if it would be fitting for us ghoulies to be living way out this way yonder. I done told her what Maddox and Dottie had me doing, and that I was needin' to find their post office real quick like. She warned me about some ferals in the church, and that robots had occupied the town, but the post office would be near the center of town on my right. She then asked me if I wanted a rock or something, a little weird, thinking she had been drinking their lake water a little too much. I headed into town for their post office real careful like, and sure as rain is wet. them I-bots started attacking me for no reason at all. I took the rest of 'em out and headed into that there post office looking for P.O. Box number 12. One of them there I-bots almost got me buying the farm, if'n y'all know what I mean, but I got his ass good to. So as far as I could done figure out, this hillbilly boy was a mailin' Quinn Carter a P.O. box key, so she could come all the way out here yonder and investigate some pollution from Grafton Steel. Why wouldn't he just done mail her the information, kinda like Slavia done did? Looking around, I done saw a poster on the ground with that there kid on it. It done read, missing, Frederick Freddy Wood, age 7, height 3 feet 11, weight 51 pounds. Description: last seen at Wavy Willard's Water Park on October 17, 2077. Attending a birthday party. He has brown hair, green eyes, and was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and brown shorts. If you or anyone you know has seen this boy or has information about his whereabouts, please contact Miss Annie, who is coordinating the search efforts in and around Wavy Willard's Water Park. That is some real shit parenting, I mean to tell y'all. Where was Freddy's mother and father? Also, this kid had to be in his 30s by now, seeing it was over 25 years later. None if this is done making any sense. I done went through the terminal on that there counter, seeing if I could find some more information. Mostly just data entry stuff, but I done spotted something peculiar. An address in Grafton for an Otis Pike registered to P.O. Box number 12. So I headed off to Grafton over the hill after checking all them there P.O. boxes one last time. When I got to Grafton, I done noticed them green FEV freaks were everywhere. So I was real careful like to edge around town checking on the houses up on the hillside. Almost all were boarded up, which really didn't make no sense even y'all think about it. Hey, we had a nuclear war, so let's board up the house and move. Also, thinking Bethesda could be lifting some build restrictions around the map, these could be real fun, like to building and restart a neighborhood. I wasn't having much luck finding that there Otis Pike residence. I was about to call it quits for the night and maybe find some place safe to camp for the night. When wouldn't y'all know it, I found an open house just a calling my name. Y'all know I done headed right in that there residence. Having me a good look around, this place was buckled for sure. There were some dead folks in a tub upstairs and not much loot to be had, but I found a note on the counter just sitting there waiting to be read. It was a termination letter to an Otis Pike. It done said Mr. Pike. This letter serves as formal confirmation of our informal discussion today regarding the termination of your employment with Grafton Steel. It is unfortunate that you have been drawn into this ridiculous propaganda. As a law-abiding government contractor, Grafton Steel abides by our commitments to meet or exceed standards for safety and production. You have demonstrated a complete disregard for Grafton Steel's reputation. its importance to the war effort, and repeated counsel to help you. Sincerely, Stacy Tibbetts, Human Resources Manager. I found me a powered-up terminal down in that there basement of Otis's, so I had me a look through it to see what I could done saw. There was some stuff on there about some kids a-dying. I guess that was what that their letter to Quinn Carter was a-talking about. Then there was a something about being kinfolk with an Arthur. Who was this? We were supposed to be finding a Freddy. Then he was a-saying how he done secretly told the news about them, their kids a-dying. But next was something to see. He had got access to kids' secure ID code. But I think I done found something real important like, addressed to an Arthur Wood, talking about Freddy and mentioning a Molly. Looks like this Otis feller was Freddy's uncle. So if in Molly was Freddy's mother, where was she in all this? Looking a lot like these two were conspiring to me for some strange reason, like they were trying to cover up some tracks and whatnot. But why would Freddy's uncle kidnap him? There would be no reason unless they were trying to hide him somewhere. You know, keep him safe from something or someone. Second to last entry I done saw was from the Grafton Dam Tourism Office. I got a sneaking suspicion. This Otis feller done took this Freddy kid over that way yonder. I done hid out in that house and then headed up to Grafton Dam. When I got there, them super mutants were everywhere, I mean to tell y'all, so I had to sneak up and take them out. Even though I done chemed up real good like to try and spot these fuckers from a distance, one of them done saw me when I started a shooting. I done made it past the first wave, but I thought I done heard some of 'em rustling around in their damn facility building. Even though I done snuck inside there real quiet like, I had a bit of a fight on my hands. Seemed like these super mutants were never gonna stop swarming me. Just after I killed the last one attacking me, I done spotted a dead body just a-laying there. On it was a diary of Otis Pike. This must have been our guy, dead as fuck. Funny thing about life, 1 minute we are a-living it, the next minute we are dead as fuck, forever. Well, let's see what it says. More of this diary, still dumb to write it down. October 15th, 2077, checked out the water park where the kid will be in a couple of days. Almost got caught too, but dropped some Grafton Steel Mill protest leaflets to throw off people. October 17th, 2077, I knew the kid was a brat, but I had no idea. Maybe this wasn't a great plan. October 18th, 2077, we're holed up in the dam. I've got the place locked down tighter than a miser's cupboard. Not having much luck with a ransom. It's not like I wanted money. Just shut the plant down and get some safety people in there to make it better. October 20th, 2077, the kid was having fun with our great adventure. Now all he does is whine and draw rude pictures. I'm not sure who's the captive here. Arthur left a note at the ransom site. Said I could keep his kid, wouldn't shut down the plant, would let his only son go to save the country from commies. Nice. October 21st, 2077. I swear the kid is plotting to kill me. He keeps bumping me when I'm on the catwalk. He was playing with a bit of rope, saying he was practicing his pioneer scout knots, but I'm pretty sure he was making a noose. This was a smelling more and more like a conspiracy to me. This Arthur dude didn't want his kid back. Protesters all over Grafton Steel mailed Quinn Carter a key to a P.O. box half the state away. These two were up to something for sure. I had me a look around for some more clues. There were toys everywhere, but no kid. I done found a note called Freddy's Adventures Part 1 at the bottom of the stairs. So I done had to read it. Freddy's Secrets. Uncle Otis got me a Grognak game. He's so cool. We got to get inside the damn dot. Uncle Otis said he was getting us food. I hope he gets pizza. Pizza is cool. I got some candies from a desk. Ha ha ha. Free candies. I climbed and hid them. They are all mine. Bobby is gonna be jealous. Uncle Otis lets me do stuff. We farted in the tubes here, and the stinky ones got a prize. I won. I'm the best. Freddy the Great. If there is a number 1, maybe there is a number 2 around here somewhere. So I looked around some more. After doing some digging around, I found number 2 in a desk upstairs. It done read, more secret stuff. Uncle Otis got my candies and took them. He says my teeth is gonna rot out. No fair. Uncle Otis got gross food. He is all mad now and stopped being fun. I want to go home and play with my rifle. Bam! Bam! I am a good shooter. I got a rat, but now it is dead and no fun. Uncle Otis sucks. I am gonna get him. I want to go home, and he says no. Want candies, and he says no. Want to fart in the tube, and he says no. Am gonna make traps like pioneer scouts said to do in the woods, and catch Uncle Otis Becky's I'm the greatest. This little fucker was toxic as fuck. I wonder where his parents were. Looks like they were having this Miss Nanny raise him up wrong. I kept looking around seeing if I would find something else. After searching a few more cabinets, I done found Freddy's third note in another cabinet. Let's see what this little cunt had to say now. Biggest secret. It worked. Uncle Otis got his foot in my trap and slipped where I put the oil. He is so mad and yelling at me. He is stuck upside down now. Ha 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 ha. I showed him. I'm going home. Then, well, I was walking around. I done lost my footing a little bit and fell down. But I done saw a tube with some stuff in it. Looked like some of the stuff this kid was a-talking about in his notes. Sure enough, I done found a lighter in the stuff there. It had Arthur Woods' name on it. I think I got all the evidence I needed. So this little fucker killed his uncle. who was trying to done hide him away from someone or something and causing a big distraction with Grafton Steele. Now this Arthur Woods feller must be his father, and I'm a guessing that the Molly lady mentioned on the terminal was his mother. I was gonna have to go see Maddox in person, 'cause this was all as confusing as fuck to me. I took the long-ass trip up to Radiant Hills, and when I found Maddox, I told him everything and showed him all the stuff I found. You what this motherfucker done told me. He said they didn't send me to find this Freddy kid. They done sent me to find this Molly Woods lady who was in fact his mother. Are you goddamn kidding me? He done told me that I would have to go check their house out and that I'd have to go see Bethy again because she had done found their fucking house all the way back in that there toxic valley. I was pretty pissed, but thought there might be something that would help me blow off some steam before I headed back on a 4-day journey. I was a hurtin' for a squirtin', so I went to see my girl Jay. Would you know this crazy bitch came all out at me asking about what I done did with Joe and the bull. This crazy hoe, I tried talking her down a bit, but she wouldn't shut up about it. Didn't think we were exclusive or nothing. She was all kicking a bucket and was all defensive like with me, so it looked like I was gonna be sleeping all alone. Fuck my life. I needed to focus anyway, so I done let her cool off and went to crash out. It was gonna be a real long hike back to see that Bethy doctor. Then who knows where I'd have to go. Dr. Bethy wasn't surprised to see me at all. Cosmetic sent her a message telling her I was heading back her way. She began to explain to me that Arthur Woods, who was Freddie's father, was the CEO of Grafton Steel, but when the bombs fell, he was nowhere to be found. Otis Pike had conspired with him to hide Freddie away in Grafton Dam until they could get him into a vault. There were rumors all over West Virginia that Mollywood might still be alive somewhere, and I needed to go check their house real good like for clues. She gave me the coordinates on how to get there. It wasn't too far away, and when I got to the Woods estate, which looked more like a run-down shitbox. I mean, there were nicer trailers and flatwoods than this dump. I done saw 2 raiders stealing shit. I was gonna kill 'em both, but the one dude told me to head upstairs because they left a terminal there. He kind begged for his life a little, so I let him be for now. Heading inside, watching my back for the 2 shit bags, and looking for traps and whatnot. I done headed upstairs. The Woods estate my ass. This place was trashed. It was a ranch house at best. I mean, half of it was totally destroyed. It had a real eerie feeling about it. I don't know how else to say it, but the house felt like death and sorrow. Not in a nuke sort of way. I mean like deep inside the walls. I almost started to feel bad for the little cut face, but maybe I would find a little more here. Not finding much laying around, I decided to check that their terminal, that raider puke was a babbling about. But as I walked up, I found a letter in a drawer. It was from that cunt-faced Freddy Wood. Let's give it a read. Daddy, I can't find you and I'm scared. I hear lots of sirens and a man says I got to go with him to some secret place now. He said Daddy gave money so I can go to the vault and be safe. Uncle Otis is at the dam. We had a fun time except he was mean, so I left. Where are you? Looks like Papa put the kid in Vault 76. Diving into the terminal. Looks like this Molly bitch didn't have no time for her kid 'cause she jumped right into spending a shit ton of money for a top-of-the-line Miss Nanny. She had this Arthur fella by the balls. He done hired her brother, this Otis feller. Her pussy must have made the sunshine come out. Looks like little cunty-faced Dunn went to Pioneer Scouts. These motherfucks must have had some money. Then some shit from Vault Tech. So where did this bitch go then? Guess I better go see their dumb-ass Miss Nanny Bot and see if she can tell me anything. Guessing I'd have to be telling her what happened to Freddy. Think I'll keep it short to see if she will give me some info on this Molly bitch.
You are returned. And my Freddy?
I didn't find Freddy, but the last note offers some hope.
This you found at the home? Oh, my poor child. Such fear. The writing says he went to safety before the bombs. This means he could live. Merci. These things I have found, you must take as reward.
Better than what Aries gave me, but she uploaded the coordinates for the Monongah Police Department. Are you fucking with me now? I gotta head all the way back there. So I done headed way up through Grafton, then Morgantown, past Bolton Greens real quiet like. I had done just past the power plant when I done got notified about some infestation at that there motel. Now y'all are asking me, what does Chunky think about the new update? The truth, new stuff is nice, but like most stuff with the dev team, it just ain't planned out or executed so good. I wish they'd fix and bring back the caravan runs. Those were a lot of fun. If they done did it right, they could do it in other areas of the map with other creatures. How fun would that be? Caravan run through the mire or cranberry bog, maybe a run through Ohio. They would have to sink some time and effort into it, but could be like a bounty hunt in a way. I think players would love that. Well, after our little suck fest at the motel, where I got yet another for Star Weapon, I could only scrap. I headed up to Monongah Police Department. Do y'all know what I done found out? This Molly Woods bitch was on the FBI's most wanted list. She was a serial killer before the bombs done fell. Those two fellers were a-trying to hide that Freddy kid from her in that there dam. That was why the created all them their distractions. They done even had a special task force out a looking for her. You know what they done named her. Guessing she liked hacking people up or something, but they done named her as Sickle Man. I was able to load to last locations to go check out before I done had to report back to Maddox. They were pretty far off, so I headed over to the first one by Vault 76. This was a weird cabin, real isolated like, hidden pretty good. Wandering around it, I found myself in some weird torture basement or something. Holy fucking Christ.
No sleep, no fear, different point of view. Is here, is now what we had to do. Don't have all the answers, but we don't care. I thought the answer was in front of me, but it was just a dream, and all the failing made me see. I thought I had to choose another way. You can't predict your fate, it's just how it's meant to be. This is when our worlds collide. This is when we come alive. Here's where we realize. Here's where we realize. This is when our worlds collide. This is where we come alive. Here's where we realize. Here's where we realize. Here's all that matters now. Here's all that matters now. Here's all that matters now. Oh, here's all that matters now. Here's all that matters now. Here's